Let me just check and make sure y'all can hear me. Okay, I just want to check the sound. Let me close and come back. Okay, so, all right. But this whole thing is going. It's not yet. Hold on, I don't know where it left off. It just cut me off. I'm gonna have to redo this again because for some reason it cut the sound off. I don't hear anything. Okay. So I don't remember where I left off because the connection just cut out. So I'm gonna do Kendrick first, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna tap into some of these. Let me see. I don't think I'm gonna do Kanye right now. I'm gonna save Kanye for another a whole nother thing. But yeah, so we're gonna I'm gonna get on the topic of because I had someone ask if in case I don't know if the live cut off at the point where I was talking about the comment that I got that someone wanted me to tap into. How does the abuse become the abuser? Because they feel like, Justin Bieber has been spiraling not only because of his own traumas, but possibly because of guilt and everyone pitying him. But they wanted to know if he was perverted by the industry and if he's completely innocent. So that kind of goes into what I wanted to talk about, or at least tap into, as far as the PDF files in entertainment and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the Kendrick Lamar, and I think that one was more so like about album sales and like anything upcoming with him. So we'll tap into that first. Okay, let me get the timestamp. 30, no, sorry, 3. We're not even in 30 minutes. 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Okay, Kendrick Lamar. Let's tap in. Okay, let me charge this device because I don't want it to die while I'm reading. Okay, so Kendrick Lamar ask for permission to tap in. And again, let me say this again. This is for entertainment purposes, and all of this is alleged. Okay. All right. So, anything in regards to Kendrick Lamar's music career? Well, I heard he swept up the BET Hip Hop Awards quite nicely. So, I just feel like it's all like a big marketing scheme, like the whole Drake beef. Not saying that he didn't feel those ways for real, but it's like to annihilate and humiliate another person is like, we'll elevate you because of it, or so-called elevate you because of it. You know what I mean? Like, all right, let's see. Sometimes my convictions are correct, and sometimes maybe they're a little bit off. All right, let's see. Kendrick Lamar, did I share anything that I want to reveal in the likeness of Kendrick Lamar? Thank you. Isolation, control, risk, submission, caution. All right, yeah. As I kind of suspected, I do feel like this is some type of like higher up control thing. Like this might have pulled him out of like a depressive state, like the beef, and just kind of getting back in recording or something like that. I don't know, or just like really taking it serious again. Like for some reason, I feel like he took a break or just wasn't really feeling passionate about his music or something prior to this whole Drake beef thing situation. I feel like this pulled him out of a certain place, like a dark place, a depressive state. So it was a risk doing this. For some reason, maybe I don't know if he was like, okay, I'll do it. Because it was some type of, it was money. I feel I'm gonna tell you, like, okay, take it as an entertainment or legend. But personally, intuitively, like what I feel is like he was offered, like, if you do this, if you annihilate Drake, if you or just go up against Drake in any way and like go at it, because I feel like he was fed information to like out certain things about Drake or maybe even embellish some things a little bit. It was like make it good. Because I'm gonna get it. I want to tap into the other side, like the opposite side, like the whole Drake thing. But just based off of this, what I'm getting with Kendrick, this was like there was money offered. The risk, though, it was like a risk because I don't know if he felt like if I go head to head with him, that not that I don't feel like it's necessarily that he thought Drake was going to lyrically annihilate him, but more so maybe like his fans, like a backlash or something like that, because Drake has a big following. Um, a large following. So for some reason, I feel like that was the risk, maybe. Like, okay, if I do this, because I don't feel like it had anything to do with lyrically. Like, if I say anything, like, he gonna, like, no, I don't think that was a fear of him. King of Pentacles, Page of Wands. I feel like, yeah, he was offered something. He was offered some money here. Page of Wands, I feel like it's Kendrick's energy as far as like creative energy and artistic energy. So I feel like that's him. And this is someone like a higher up or not one specific person than just like, let's say like a record label or something like that. That's what I'm getting. So he submitted, he went along with it. Birdie came out of his cage. Um, so I'm gonna stop there real quick, and then I'm just gonna ask as far as like his music career in the future. Okay, his career in the future. Yeah, if he's like, I feel if he plays off of the beef a little bit more, it might be like some patience around. Want to say there might be some more like as a creative person, sometimes like you gotta sit with things, don't rush, don't hop on things immediately, kind of sit and wait, knowing the timing of things, maybe gathering more creative inspiration. And in this case, maybe like more, I don't know, insight, more gossip or details. Like, because I feel like there's still something about him playing off of this whole beef with Drake. Maybe even another rapper. I don't know. Possibly can be J. Cole, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But it does feel like he's going to play off of some type of beef. Could be something with like gang affiliation involved in this too. Like, let's see, Kendrick. Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, Two of Swords, Nine of Wands. Yeah, there's a divine timing on this. Like, it's like a let me sit on it. Let me, like, so as far as new music goes or an album goes, it feels like something is still in the works. This is not a rush process by any means. Feels like there's still like something still up in the air, something still marinating, some maybe even final touches on something too. Let's see. Is he releasing any like an album? Because I gotta go back to the comments. I don't remember what that person asked. I'm sorry, I don't remember what you asked. I know it was something around his music. I don't know if he's like literally said, like it's been said that he has a new album coming out or he's working on one, because I feel like what I get confidently is he's working on a project right now. Been working on it. Let's see how this project do. I feel like they're going to promote it very heavily and it's going to do very well for Juan, especially if he puts that They Not Like Us single on there. It's going to do very well. There might be something like it, or yeah, I feel like if he does put out another project or even another single or something, it's going to do very well. I don't know. Why would he be worried about it? Because I see people dancing. So, like, it could be something similar to that song, or like where people make a dance out. It's something upbeat. Three of Swords in reverse into a Pentacles. Like, yeah, there's something he's not confident about putting out yet. It's not perfected in his eyes. There's like something that still needs progression or work, is what I see. Yeah. I don't know if Kendrick Lamar is like chronic depression or something. Like, I don't know why I get that. Like, or some type of like diagnosed anxiety disorder or something like that. Okay. All right. Let's close out of that. Okay. We send him love. We send him peace and healing. Let's close this thing out. But yeah, in other words, like, um, I feel like he played the game when it comes to this whole, like, he got paid to go up against Drake. That's what I'm getting from that, his whole energy. Now, the whole Drake thing, I just want to make this, I guess, like a bonus to the whole Kendrick Lamar read real quick. Why was that a thing? Like, why even, yeah, what was that? Why was that even a thing? The whole Drake beef thing. Why was that even a thing? Let's see, Divine Spirit. Appreciation. Authority. Why was that even a thing? Status. Innovation. God. This might sound like a conspiracy theory, but this is what I'm seeing. Like, they both was in on it. Maybe they didn't know, or maybe Drake, I should say, didn't know that it was going to get as grimy as it got, because there are some real secrets that came out. Yeah, he got paid. They both got paid to do this. Like, this is the thing. Okay, I'm gonna get to the nitty spirit. Seven of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Five of Wands. This was almost like it's almost like, you know how a person can triangulate a situation, like somebody can play two people at once, like say it's like this one entity or person or power, right? Or that, like, a could be a record executive, whatever. Let's say that, right? That person is standing in the middle, and then you have Kendrick on one side and you have Drake on one side, right? This person is talking to the other one, saying like, yeah, if you do this, like, we'll pay you extra for this, this will promote you, or will promote you a little bit more if you go ahead and do X, Y, and Z. And I feel like Kendrick already feels some type of way about Drake, so it was easy. Then on the other side of it, this same executive is in Drake's ear, like, you know, if you go and do like a rap beef with this person, more attention towards you, more sales towards you. But in actuality, it's like to bring somebody else up in status. So it's almost like some ritualistic type shit. I feel like Drake might have said, yeah, I agree to it, but not in, it's almost like in a way, it got grimy. Hmm. Yeah, this was about elevation, initiation. The seven wands, like you got to prove and fight for your spot. And I know this might sound crazy to some people, but this is exactly what the fuck I'm getting. Like, fight for your spot, elevate you, annihilate this person with the five of wands. This is your competition. You got to look at it in that way. You're getting something out of it. Two people, like, that's why I'm getting, like, there's two people here in the Six of Pentacles, and this woman is giving them coins and money. So someone's like, this is about money at the end of the day. That's all this really was. It just made it a little bit easier because Kendrick already was like, took pleasure in, like, yeah, I'll do it, because I feel like a lot of people got beef with Drake. I just, or had beef, or just something about him just was like, and so what I'm getting is that this was like giving, what do they say, giving candy to a baby. Like, I feel like Kendrick gladly took this on because, like, oh, I got this. Like, he probably heard rumors about him prior to even doing this, studying him, and maybe even being fed information in the midst of creating these disses and stuff like that. But I feel like there's things that have been circulating about Drake in inner circles in the industry already, and it just was things that he's like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna bring this to the public. It was nothing to him. The only thing that I feel like kind of intimidated Kendrick with going against him, like I said, was the fact that maybe Drake's fan base, was too big and would come after him, and things like that. It's kind of giving like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj when Cardi B was coming up and going against Nicki. And Nicki has like a pretty big following, and some of them can get very volatile, very toxic real quick over Nicki Minaj. So it could have been like a little bit of that, but this was like a paid situation. And the person that was being set to like level up in the status or something could be financially, um, yeah, something with that. Yeah, but this was like this was a like an approval thing from, I feel, I'm just gonna say like a record label or something. Like, this was approved by that. But these are people that play off of duality and energy. Like, I'm getting this weird energy like Titans. Like, you know how like back in the day the gladiators and stuff, like the elites would like to watch men battle and go at it. It's kind of like that. There's something ritualistic about it. Maybe the people like involved in it don't see it. And if Kendrick Lamar is looking at it in a spiritual sense, like, if I'm not mistaken, he's Hebrew Israelite, I think, or something. It's something to this. It's like this dualistic, ritualistic thing on a spiritual level, and then on one level, it's like financial, status driven. Yeah. Okay. So moving on. Okay, so that was a Kendrick read. Now let's move on to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey. I know y'all been I've been asked about this quite a bit, so I don't know why, child. I don't get it, but we're gonna see. Um, see. 1911. Okay, is the timestamp. Okay, so let's tap in. Okay, is this chart? Hold on, y'all. I'm having so much delays. Hold on. Device is charging. I don't know why it's getting dark. Weird. Okay. All right. So Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift. I attempted to do a reading, and for some reason I just didn't feel led to put that one out. But from what I was picking up, um, I do feel like part of it is publicity, or at least it started off as a publicity, arrangement between the two of them. And I feel like they failed to actually genuinely like each other. Okay. Um, I was picking up some things about your girl. Okay. Like I said, these are regular people to me. I don't give a fuck. um, how many records they sell, how much money they have, what designer, what the fuck they got on. They're still regular people and they're not worthy of worship, and I'm not worshiping them. So if I see what I see, like I would read for any other person, I'm going to tell you what I see. Okay. Taylor Swift has a very low self-esteem. And I don't feel like Mr. Kelsey is Mr. Prince Charming. He is not. He's a handful to deal with, I feel like. He gives me cheater vibes. I don't think he's that physically attracted to Taylor. I will be honest. She's not his type. I don't feel like his type is just black women per se. I feel like it's a certain type of energy that he's attracted to, and Taylor does not have that type of energy. He likes her. He genuinely has feelings for her, but he's not that attracted to her. I'm just gonna say that. All right, let's tap in. I'm not a Swiftie. I don't. If y'all get upset, it is what it is. I don't have any feelings towards her to want to attack her and hurt her feelings. I just call it as I see it. Like, but I know you guys worship these celebrities and all that and get in your feelings if somebody says something against them and they're just picture perfect. No, 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 sir. No, honey. No, ma'am. All right, Spirit, thank you. Queen of Wands. Tried to come out in reverse. Yeah, I don't. I'll be honest, you guys. I don't think he's not that attracted to Miss Swift. She's doing things I've noticed. Like I've seen a couple of pictures of her wearing some stuff that's kind of questionable. Like sis, I can tell because I used to be like that. I had a boyfriend that was into strippers and like real freaky type girls, like fast girls, and I was trying to dress like them and try to appeal to him. And I feel like that's what she's doing. He has a type. Three of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Hangman. Yeah, this started off as some type of business arrangement. Like it would be beneficial. There's a mediator in the middle, and there's the two of them here. Kind of similar to the whole Drake and Kendrick, but not on a beef level, but just how it can benefit both sides. And it seems like it's more so for him than it benefits her. Just another boyfriend for her to have, but more so for him, something with his image. With the Magician card, the Magician can sell you anything. They'll be like, oh, okay, you want to see a pentacle turn into $1? Okay, let me magic wand. Voila. This cup, let me pull a fish out of this cup that wasn't there before. It's like, I can sell you anything. So it's something to do with selling an image. Okay. Um, yeah, because I feel like he had some type of image around him that wasn't likable. It's almost like this gives me the crucifixion of Christ, this hangman. So like people may have not really liked him too much, liked his image, or feel like he needed to clean it up. Let's see. Like we're going to crucify this one image, put it to rest, lay it to rest, and we're gonna make something else happen out of this. Okay. Let's see what else we get from this. Six of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this was to promote and elevate. Eight of Pentacles, him. Looks like, yeah, this is about him. I'm trying to get to the nitty gritty of the relationship. Yeah. He needed this more than she needed it. And I don't know, she might have handpicked him out. She might have already been attracted to him or something, and that just made it a little bit more easier. Yeah, she might be like, I like him, or I'm attracted to him. He's really cute. Can you hook us up? It's like, can our agents, your agent, my agent, or whatever, like, could we hook us up? Let's see. Yeah, this was like she like spotted him or something like that. Companionship. Yeah, they might have ran in the same circles, or their agents or something may have known. It's like, or their PR teams or business like companies or whatever might run in the same circles. That's how they made it happen. Affair and fulfillment. This is about the bag. Most importantly, make no mistake. This affair is about the bag. You see that money bag over there? Yeah, that's what this is for the most part. Yeah, eccentricity. Yeah, he might have kind of been rubbing some people the wrong way. I feel like they don't like that white chocolate persona that he was giving off. If you want to make some money, you need to drop that. Drop that white chocolate, okay, persona you got going on. That is not going to help you. And it's something about his brother, like his brother could be like a family guy or something like that. And they want him to have that same, yeah. He was giving off immature vibes or something. Endurance, yeah. It might be like a competitive energy with his brother a little bit as well. The risk. Ostentation. Y'all know what this card, you know what that word means. It's people that care about the outer appearance. I feel like this is to make him look good. I just keep getting business. When I read, y'all, if you guys are not familiar with how my readings are and my reading style is, I typically pick up the shadow of things that are not seen in the like people can't see it in the physical sometimes. I'm not one of those people that just stay on the surface of things. Like whatever somebody's trying to hide, even if I'm not prying for it, it's going to come out. Okay. So ostentation, hopefully I'm saying that right. Ostentation, if I'm pronouncing it. It means pretentious and vulgar display, especially of wealth and luxury, intended to impress or attract notice. That's all this is. I feel like for the most part, because I'm picking up his energy, this is more so for him. Like this makes him look good. The only thing she's getting out of it is a boyfriend, like I said. Maybe more publicity, maybe more views, or maybe more followers or something. But financially, um, she's not benefiting off of him in that way more so than he's benefiting off of her. Okay. Um, this is just a public display. I'm not getting anything authentic, made like not anything real heavy. Like I said, I feel like he likes her. It's not that he doesn't like her, has, care for her and all of that. She's not his first pick or first choice of women. And I don't feel like he's faithful to her for some reason. I don't know. I don't feel like it. Let's see. What's the, for her fans that care um about this whole union, this affair between the two of them, what do you want them to know? What do you want them to know? Nine of Swords, Page of Swords, the Star, Two of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Lovers. He has fear of commitment, fully committing, really, and that could be like marriage. He might feel pressure to marry her. Like I said, I feel like they genuinely do care about each other. The Two of Cups, there is some type of genuineness to it, but that's not the first thing. It's not the first intent of all of this. Sometimes he might feel small next to her. Yeah, like he feels beneath her sometimes. He does care about what people think when it comes to them. Like, so again, like something about feeling beneath her. He does think about a future, like what a future would look like. There's something with that. And I don't know if she's having baby fever or at some point something with babies or family is going to be a topic. There's a lot of children in these cards. Um, hmm. If he has that itch, like to have a family, and he starts thinking about, maybe her being a candidate, he might actually marry her. But if he can't see her as a mother of his children, he's not going to marry her. I don't know. It's a possibility a baby could come out of it. I don't see them breaking up anytime soon. I don't know, or if there's literally a contract, because I've seen some post a while ago talking about they had like some contract got leaked that they were supposed to be broken up on a specific date. I'm gonna ask about that. Is there any legitimacy to that? To the so-called contract between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? Is there any contract on their union, like a physical business contract spirit? Is there any legitimacy to that? Yes or no? Ten of Swords, Two of Wands, Three of Swords, Nine of Cups in reverse, Five of Cups. No, I don't think so. At least that whole post, no, that wasn't authentic. That wasn't legitimate. No, no, that was not legitimate. Is there a contract though? Is there or was some type of contract between the two of them when it comes to dating and like a PR relationship contract? Yeah. I'm getting a yes with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, see that the industry pairs people together often more than we think they do. They're not the only couples. It's like it might seem organic to the people, but it's like don't try to cut my throat chakra off. I'm gonna say what the fuck I'm gonna say. Mm-mm. It's kind of giving like people behind the scenes, like agents, PR teams, record executives, labels, whoever the fuck is in charge of these people's image and personas and try to control and their handlers behind the scenes, like, oh, we're gonna pair these two up. And sometimes it's simply just to make more money, like, oh, I think they would be really cute together. This will generate more album sales or more movie sales or whatever the fuck sales. And then there's that sinister side to it where it's energy ties involved, um, spiritual control and manipulation behind the scenes. And then sometimes it's an agreement between two people. One celebrity could be homosexual, um, and the other person, they might be both homosexual. Like, okay, we're going to pair you two together and present you as a heterosexual couple, when in actuality, that is not really the case. So that happens, I feel. Or one is actually heterosexual and the other person is homosexual, but they have to kind of get some. I'm getting it happens a lot with the men, that the men are homosexual and they pair them with another woman. And some of these heifers too, they be lesbian. They'll even marry, they'll go as far as have babies. As long as we can agree to have our own relationships behind the scenes and, do what we do behind the scenes, I'll even give you a baby. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're attracted to each other. So if it's about business and image and, sex appeal, yeah, they're going to do that. This is what I'm getting. Now, I'm not saying that neither one of them is homosexual. I'm not saying that. But what I do get is there is a contract of some sort here. The Wheel of Fortune, that's like a hell yeah to me. Justice. This looks like some fucking Freemasonry type shit. But no, for real. I feel like this is it's something, like I said, to change something about his image. That was the biggest thing. Like, we want to polish you up a bit. That white chocolate shit is it's not hot. You got to get rid of it. For her, again, it's just like something with, publicity. I'm happy I got a boyfriend, and people love celebrity couples. That's always going to be something that sells to the public. We want to know about, oh, who's so and so fucking, who's dating so and so. Oh, they're getting married. It's going to be this big thing, and oh, their baby. Are they going to name it Rocket Ship Harley or some shit, some crazy ass name? Like, what's next? So that's always going to sell. The more shocking, the better. The more controversial, the better. The more like, what is she doing with him, the better. Or what is he doing with her? What are they doing together? The better. The better. Yep, idealism. This is about image. At the end of the day, first and foremost, the energy behind their union, that's what this is, child. I'm not even fucking with y'all. Charity, like I said, she's more doing him a favor than she's doing, or than he's doing her a favor in this whole thing. At the bottom of the deck, acquisition. Let me look that word up because this looks like a prestigious couple, you know. Let's see. An asset or object bought or obtained, typically a library or a museum. An asset or an object bought or obtained. I'll let y'all marinate on that. I just be saying, like, say what the fuck I'm getting in the cards. Like, if I don't see it, I ain't gonna say it. It is what it is. And I know how sensitive people are. I know Swifties and all that. Like, hey, if you don't like it, go to another channel. Maybe something else will come out for you, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat what I'm seeing. The industry is not as cute as we think it is. Like, I don't know why people worship celebrities. Like, love their art and their craft, but you don't really know them. They're entertainers. They're putting on a show. Interviews and all that, you think you're getting the whole deal. You're not. They have PR teams that tell them, oh, don't say this, don't tweet this, don't post that. They don't have as much freedom as you like to think when it comes to them, because they are a brand. Okay, they're not only making money for themselves and their family and all that. They have a whole team that needs to get paid. They have people that are invested in their careers. They're signed, they are contracted on certain things, labels, brands. So you think that they're just gonna let them just do whatever and act a fool. And that's why they have PR teams and stuff to clean up shit that they do. Because at the end of the day, they're still human. They make mistakes. They get pulled over. They get drunk. They get high. They have situations. They're normal people, but they can't afford. They have much more to lose than the average person. So that's part of the reason why they have to have these PR teams and so on and so forth. So that was Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Okay. So now I'm going to move on to the Pdflia abuse and Justin B as requested as well. So timestamp, let's get it. 37:49. Okay. Okay. Another thing intuitively that I be picking up about these situations is that these people in the industry, if you can hang in the circles with all these people and party and bullshit with these sick motherfuckers, you're sick already within yourself, because you'll either leave the situation, stay far, far away from it, or you won't even be in the industry like that. You'll probably not be somebody that's at the Grammys and on at the Oscars. Like you're not going to be in the in crowds because you don't play their ball game. You don't play that game with them. So the more higher up you get, the more shit you have to give up, the more morals you have to lose. Because a lot of these people are sick, mentally ill, spiritually tainted, and demonically possessed, some of them. Like the comment that asked me to do this reading, she said, when does the abused become the abuser? Usually when you just decide to go to the other side instead of saying, I'm going to see a psychiatrist or heal or do some spiritual work and or whatever to break myself free of the trauma. Some abusers, in my opinion, become, or the abused become the abuser, typically because they want to gain that control or that power back that they felt they lost. Okay. Or it's a spiritual thing where an energy attaches itself. When you're traumatized, sometimes you'll disassociate, you'll split from your psyche, your mind, or your emotions. You'll just tap out. And so what happens is you can either lose your mind in that sense, and or allow some type of spirit overcome you. And abusers, S word abusers, I'm not going to say the word, but S word abusers, they are perverted. So when people get all shocked that, oh, this said person has essayed women, not just women, but SA'd men and children, allegedly, they get shocked by that. I'm not shocked by that. Why? Because when you're sexually perverted, you don't give a fuck what you sleep with. You'll sleep with a dog. You don't care, right? So that does not shock me nor surprise me that, children is on the menu, men is on the menu, animals is on, that don't surprise me. If you're sick and twisted and you're just a sexually perverted person, you'll sleep with anything and anybody. You don't have no self-governance and control. You're possibly spiritually possessed. I would think so. Spiritually, you're off. Mentally, you're gone. So, let's tap in. And some of this should be real, like rituals as well. These Aleister Crowley followers and things like that. Aleister Crowley was big on sexual magic, especially sexual magic that involves little, the young. Um, I think animals as well, but don't quote me on that. But definitely, like, yeah, it's some type of power. So when you see or hear about people messing with children, it's not always solely based off of attraction and like, yes, perversion is always going to be a part of it, because if you can do that, you're just sick, you're perverted. But the physical attraction, it may not be totally that. Sometimes it's just the energy the power that you get when, if you follow these teachings and these principles that they tell you, oh, you gain power, you gain wealth and whatever energy by, essaying the young are doing these certain specific sexual acts. And so I feel like that's part of some of it. It's not totally people that are just attracted. These are people that practice a certain level of magic, and they believe that when they do these things, they gain more power. Okay. Let's see. PDF files in entertainment and powers that be. What's the deal? Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands, the Hierophant. Hey man, yeah, these are like organizations and things like that do these things. The Hermit, yeah, it's like rites of passage, little secret freaky things. Yeah, here's the Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, like, yeah. And I'm getting like the more powerful when it's a same-sex situation, which is disgusting. More so with men and male youngins. Ugh. Mm-mm. MK Ultra, look at this butterfly in this Page of Swords. This is like split minds, split disassociations of the mind. When you go through immense trauma, you will split from some people can't remember things that have happened to them. Some things might trigger it, like a touch or someone saying a word. And it doesn't even have to be an MK Ultra program person. It could be an average person that has not gone through that programming. But when you go through some type of level of trauma, you will split mentally from it. You might even create like a little something to kind of glamorize the situation or make excuse for the abuse or the abuser. This is what I'm getting. Like, this is when they do these things, because this is a selfish fucking thing. But what happens, the effect of it is it splits the mind. And for some, this Page of Swords has become the Knight of Swords, or is the Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords is this Page of Swords. This is someone that has been abused, if that makes sense. Like, this is them in their abuse state, and this is the person that may become the abuser or just the adult that's carrying the abuse and the trauma. One of our most beloved celebrities, I feel like he went through a traumatic experience as a child in multiple ways, but definitely sexually. And how do I say this without being problematic? People swear up and down, like, I love this celebrity to death, child. I do. But I'm not going to make excuses for him that he was not sick and possibly, not innocent for the things that said he did. Because psychologically, if you really look at it, he was not mentally stable in a lot of ways. And things that people would say are weird for the average person, they let it slide with him. And I feel like there was a lot of regressed, like spirit, like age regression in them. Something happened to them in adolescence, like they split. And there might have been sexual confusion there because I feel like some of these victims, they have that as well, sexual confusion, mainly in the men. Women sometimes I feel like don't wrestle with sexuality as much as men wrestle with their sexuality. If they have gone through like some type of, encounter with another man or something like that, they might wrestle a little bit more. Hmm. So a lot of times when they do these things to these children in the industry, it's not so much so that they're attracted to them on that level. It's more of a spiritual practice, a fucked up one, a sick one, but nonetheless a spiritual practice. Because these, the hermit is giving, it looks like this eyes wide shut type shit, with the cloaks, and the hierophant as a priest, the hangman, a ritual. I really feel these are it's more so that than it is about attraction. Yeah, people get criticized, or I'm getting too much shit. How do I ground this? This feels like handlers. This criticism card, this eccentric card. I'm getting like rainbow children and stuff, but not like the hippie new age movement of rainbow children. It's like a, why I hear facility? This is too much. I'm hearing the word facility. These organizations, like, they are programming people from young. And a lot of celebrities that you see that you think just got discovered randomly out on the street or on YouTube, or at least people already know someone in the industry for the most part. These kids know the industry, they know people in the industry, and only those that are a part of it can get in. I really feel like it's a rare occasion that it's people that don't know anybody in the industry and they come in and they're elevated. I feel like that's a rare occasion. Oftentimes, is you already know somebody in the industry that can get you in, or you've been in the midst of that. You're a child celebrity already, or you know someone, you're the child of someone already celebrity. So, like I said, like, y'all gonna see, like I'm telling you, like, if you don't hear from me, y'all might need to hear from a white person. Maybe it'll sound better coming out of their mouth, or somebody that has bigger followers or something, or maybe another celebrity. But the industry is so fucking wicked and fake. Whatever you see, most likely it's not what you're seeing. Like, what I mean by that is so much magic and glamour, and not glamour in a beautiful way, but like a trick, a illusion. Thank you. That's what it is. An illusion. What you see, and it's going to shock a lot of people. And for some people, no, because you already know it, you already sense it. You're not seeing it in this material, glamorous way. There is like some shit that would fucking blow your mind. Like, these, like, people that hang, and I feel sorry for some of them because I believe a lot of them are traumatized and they're acting out of their trauma, and some are fucking drugged out and drunk out of their minds sometimes, and you would have to be with something like this. I telling you, what's her name, Miss Jaguar, right? Like, I have like mixed feelings about her. Like, some things I can agree with, and some things I feel like she'd be doing for publicity and for attention and to gain, just talking out of her neck sometimes and keep you in suspense. Like, oh, what's she gonna say next? But a lot of times she'd be speaking truth, and I feel like she's a very traumatized individual. Like, I feel like she's got problems mentally, that may be associated to her time spent in the music industry. I do believe that. But yeah, this, it's so much organization in the industry too. Like, everything is very orchestrated in a way. down to like what's posted on um TV, um, the ads that you see, the arguments, the beefs that we see, and we already talked about that earlier in the Kendrick Lamar read thing. Same thing with Taylor Swift. Like it's an organized thing. Like hang out with this person, post this, do this, where it is. It's something about it. It's so organized. Date this person, marry this person. Um, even down to politics. Like even that, I feel is so much deep shit. It goes so deep. But let's get into the Justin Bieber thing real quick because you did ask about that. All right, let's see. So the comment that I received, she asked me to pull on whether or not Bieber is not just a victim but also an abuser as well, because she doesn't feel like he's completely innocent. Let's see. It's just clear. Is he clean from participating in harming others in any kind of way? Is he clean of that? Mm. I don't feel like he'll ever tell secrets ever. He might hint at things, but he's not going to blatantly come out and say what has happened or what he's seen. He's not going to do that publicly. I don't feel that. I feel like he's going to take these secrets to his grave. He's not going to do it. I don't know if he's in fear of his life or something, but all I know is he's not. He's going to keep the secrets. I don't feel like he's harmed anybody. I don't see that. Let's see. Mm. Same thing with like what I was picking up. They will like maybe their PR teams or whoever is in control or handlers. Like handlers could be PR, could be record labels, whoever, movie studios, whatever, right? Sport agencies, so on and so forth. Anything in entertainment. When it comes to him, though, when he displays his healing journeys and like that stuff is allowed because it's surface level. You're not really diving too deep into things. You're not really hinting at too much. It can be taken and misconstrued. It's vague, right? So you're not um you're not exposing anything. You're not a threat in a sense. Same with Jaguar Wright. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I feel something about I don't take lightly what she says. Like I feel what she says does hold a lot of weight at times, but some of it I feel is like she's allowed to say certain things. She also too, like she'll say, oh, so and so is gay and they're hiding it and stuff like that. Okay, that's not really exposing anything. Like if you go into detail, like, oh, I saw this person at a party and they was like drinking blood and they did this, like maybe, but you're not really going too much into depth. You just like spilling anything, like, oh, so and so was cheating on their husband, and oh, like, okay, scandals, okay, till you start revealing real secrets of the organization and what they really do and what you really saw and who was in it, then I'll be like, oh, she really like it's exposure to an extent, yes, because it's things that people don't know about a person to an extent, but you're not exposing the organization. You understand what I'm saying? Like I hope that makes sense. Like it's not really getting to the nitty gritty of everything. It's not. Not. It's like certain things are not a threat. Like if somebody's really going to take you out, for instance, I don't remember the guy's name. It was a white guy. He was talking about an actor, a particular actor, and he was like saying that this person was into Pdflia and was doing harmful things. Like he was going in that extent. What happened to him? He ended up dead. Some weird, strange way, but he ended up dead. That to me is like, okay, that makes more sense to me. Um, I feel like people are afraid of what Jaguar might say, and that's why they might try to censor her a lot and shut her up. But she ain't saying nothing really, or at least not yet. She's not. And maybe she knows not to. Maybe she knows better not to do that. Um, fucking net. And in some way, like I got plants, so they it's an abundance. Sometimes they get on my nerves. Um, I feel like in some sort of way, like she knows better either because she doesn't want to go head to head with certain people that she know is about that, they will take you out, or because she made an oath herself and she know better. One or two things, one or two things, or both can be true at the same time. Like you know better. And I feel like the one that she's coming after right now, that's like a real mob ninja. Like he's about that life. He will like orchestrate to take you out. I make no mistake about it. They're not sloppy with their shit. Like I feel like the person who they have in jail now, there's like it's a whole spectacle around them. Theirs was a little bit more open and like you can like pinpoint, okay, there's these parties and this is who was there. But this other person, if they have anything going on, their shit is sealed. They move very differently. And that's why she said who's way worse. She named that person as way worse than the other one that's allegedly, dealing with these crimes or whatever. Um, yeah, this person moves a little bit more wisely, and I feel that's a more dangerous person if you ask me. So, she might be on to something when it comes to that. And um, yeah, if she's really out here to be a truth teller for real, like I pray that she's covered and protected and it's not like being an extremist. Because oftentimes, like when people come out and say certain things, if you're not able to conceive it with your human mind, you will take it as like conspiracy or this person's being an extremist and they're crazy, they're mentally unstable. But you could be mentally unstable and still speak truth too. It just depends. Like it depends, right? So, yeah, I don't feel like Bieber has harmed anyone. I'm not getting that. I'm gonna ask with the tarot again. Ask because I know that kind of went to another level. Let's see. No, but he is that one of those split energies that I was picking up. Split mentally energies, trauma. It doesn't take much to trigger him, and that this is sad. But I'm getting like it doesn't take much to do that. Um, I feel like he's innocent. I don't see him harming anybody. He wish he can take away what he's seen. I will say that. He wishes he can erase his memory of things that he's seen. Oh shit. Sometimes like yeah, instead of taking his own life, like he might have resulted to a lot of drugs. The magician to me feels kind of like an illusion or being in a state of delusion in this instance. Like rather than fighting his own mind and then taking his own life, it's like result to something else. Sometimes work helps. Sometimes, yeah, something with work or something investing in that. Um, maybe kind of trying to relive certain parts of his childhood or doing things that he enjoyed or something like that might help him at times. There's a split. Some of the trauma, he's not even aware of who hurt him. Like he could have been drugged out. He could have been, yeah, bugged out of his mind. He might even have been literally blindfolded or something or sleep, something like that. He doesn't remember who harmed him, like what people did it fully. You might know some of the instances because it was forced, and then there's times where he was not in his right mind. Mm. Yeah, sometimes I feel like he wants to walk away. And this is my stop card. I'm going to stop pulling on this. But in particular, like, I feel he's a trauma victim for sure, in a way that's a little bit more deeper than you might think. It's not just a simple somebody went up and shot him, you know what I'm trying to say. It may not be just as simple as that. There's a lot going on here. I'm seeing like drug induced states. I'm seeing um rituals being done. Like soon as he got over, because he's from Canada, right? Three of Wands, I'm getting like with that boat, something with overseas. Then there's water in the star card. It's like to get to that place. And I feel like it's also metaphoric. So literally traveling, some type of stardom. And then I'm also seeing this as spiritually, like if you want to excel and elevate, yeah, the 8 of Cups, like emotionally, like something has happened, like the way he sees fame and stardom. And I feel like that happens to a lot of people. That the glamour, what you think it's going to be like, because they might even entice you. I feel like this, and this might sound extreme, but this is just what I'm getting. If some of these individuals as children, they have parents in the industry already, or somebody, aunts and uncles in the industry, and these people look at youngins as just a means to an end, or you got these sickos, and it's like they've normalized it because it's like a cycle. It's a generational cycle that they all have gone through it. We all done it. We all, like, that's how they get you to, like, we all been there. I had to do this. Mr. So and so, I had one night with Mr. So and so, and you could be 12 years old and they're telling you, yeah, that happened to me when I was 16. And you're thinking, okay, well, this is just how this shit goes. And you think that, oh, look how successful so and so is. I'm hearing Gladys Knight. So oh, Jesus, don't tell me that. Do not tell me that. No. Mm-mm. Because some motherfuckers is not ready. And I want to make sure that what I'm getting is like, I'm not just putting that out there, but for some reason I heard Gladys Knight. And you know what younging was connected to Gladys Knight. Some of you may, some of you may not. But if you know her story, you know she was connected to Gladys Knight. And I do not like hearing this shit. But it's like it's almost a norm. So like if you're looking at how successful so and so is, then it's like, okay, if they can go through that, then why can't I? It's not that big of a deal. But that's a lie. Because all these people have to cope in some kind of way. And I'm not gonna hyper focus on Gladys Knight. That just came out. But let's just use as an example. Like I don't know what her personal life is, but let's say other celebrities that have coke problems, they drink a lot, they smoke a lot, they have to do a certain thing to get their mind off of the trauma. And I feel like that's the trick. But it's like this generational thing. And you think that it's normal, but it's not normal. These people do a really good job at presenting to you that they're okay. If you really look in the eyes of some of these people, you will see that no, they're not. No matter how much they're smiling or whatever designer they have on, it's not. It's not what you think. We would love to think that, and there might be some genuine, couples, people that stay out of the way, but oftentimes those people that's all up in the mix and all of that, know they into something. They're into something. The soul, the spirit knows that it's not normal. If you have your soul still, if you still are there, there's a part of you, that true core self is still there. You know deep down inside that it's wrong. And then there's some that are so far gone that don't care, that are just completely just demonic. They don't give a fuck no more. Then, they don't see the wrong in it. And those are the people that harm other people. Those are the abusers that have become the abused, that have become the abusers. This is a trap. People are stuck in this shit. Don't think for a second that some of them wouldn't trade places with you. You might think that your life, like, oh, I can't just get on a jet and go here and go there and do this and walk on a red carpet. That shit to them, for the most part, is hell. Some of them don't like their pictures taken. They don't want to be on camera all the time, even if they're looking their best. It's like, I hate the shit. That's what I'm getting. Like, I hate the shit. Hurry up and take my fucking picture so I can go. Oof. Mm-mm. And I don't know, Britney Spears been on my mind heavy for some reason. Like she's been coming up a lot lately. And I feel for her. People make a lot like laugh at her and shit. Some of her shit be funny, the spinning with the knives and shit. That shit's funny, yes, but at the same time, that's a whole trauma victim. I'm telling you, like right on display, a split energy, split person, split mentally, emotion, just gone in a sense. I feel bad for that woman. Like, it's not funny, deep down, like, if you really like look at it, sit with it, it's not funny at all. It's sad. Because when you look at her in her youth, when she was popping and stuff like that, and they heavily sexualize that girl. It's crazy. A lot of the pop girlies back then was heavily sexualized, if you notice. But looking at her now, fast forward, it's sad. Like that girl is like, she's not really all the way there. You know, she looks almost, and this is another thing that I could tell people talking about, oh, she's a clone and that's not her. No, it's her. It's just a trauma face. It's spirits. He's like, it's spiritual. That girl is heavily trauma. I want y'all to just look at her in her eyes and tell me what you see. Like, don't get all in your head and all in your feels. Just really look at her. Really look at her for real. Um, she has like split personalities. She has alter egos. That girl is fucked mentally, spiritually. Not funny. She's stuck too at a certain age. I feel like she's stuck at 17, maybe 17, 18. She's stuck in that age. I feel like she was passed around a lot, not because she wanted to, like not in her consent. It's not funny. Like I'm looking at her Instagram and this shit is sad as fuck. She's not there. She almost doesn't look like her younger self. And I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's because oh she's a clone and she's not real. That's a trauma victim face. Like her face is like, mm-mm, no. That's just my assessment. I could be wrong. I will fully accept that. But that's just my analysis and what I feel spiritually and energetically. Like I can read people's pictures and I can sense like things and it's weird. I can even tell when a person is deceased. Like I can look at a person's picture and be like, that person's not there. And I've hardly ever been wrong about that. Like I'll just something will pop up on YouTube and I won't even read the whole story or the whole caption and I'll look at that person like they're deceased. Weird. So I don't know. I don't like the energy. I don't like it. And people like I don't know if they just like it because it's like, oh, it's Britney Spears, or they really feel bad. Are they looking at her like, damn? Yeah, she's not there. And it like whoever just gave her like, yeah, let her have fun and dress up and dance and stuff. I get it. But that doesn't excuse something's wrong with the person. Like who's taking care of her? Like who's really there? Are they there for her, or are they just there to watch, and you know what I mean? Like, mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah, it's not some of it. I mean, not saying that cloning is not real, because it is, but I don't think it's just as frequent and as like just this big norm that people think like, oh, they just out here cloning celebrities. Like, some of these people, I really believe that that's trauma in the face, and even drugs. You know how when people are depressed, they look different, whether it's because they're not taking care of themselves, they're not eating, they're not drinking, or they're overeating and drinking, or whatever they're doing, or taking drugs. But you can see trauma on people's faces sometimes. And I feel like when you are so like gone, like you're just like your mind is gone. You're on autopilot. And I had a dream about Britney Spears like a couple years ago, and it was another intuitive friend of mine, and this friend in the dream, um we seen her like out at some bar or something. It was weird. Like, we were out at a bar, and she just started crying. Like, she looked really sad, she looked very miserable. And my friend in my dream like went over to her, and I guess started, speaking life into her and helping her. But she's one of them ones that, if she was in her right mind and she didn't have a whole bunch of people or handlers, these boyfriends, so-called husbands and all of that around her, and she was freely to speak, because she's not really in the industry like that anymore. She's not doing shows, to my knowledge. She's not doing any shows or anything, or recording anything. So, you know, why not speak? You wrote a book. I didn't read her book. If anybody read her book and y'all can put some pieces together, maybe you guys can find something within that that might speak on maybe some trauma that she endured. But her parents, mainly her father, he's sick. He's sick to me. Like, just you know, um I, ugh, I don't know. I feel bad for some of these people. I really do. And some of the parents want to live vicariously through their kids so much that destiny transfer shit is real. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna close it out after I say it. I really wonder sometimes when I think about like parents like Selena's dad, when I think about parents like the Jackson's father, their dad, although some of them like they've done well with their lives and their careers, I feel like partially like he wanted to be his kids, but mainly I feel like he really wanted to be Michael. Joe Jackson really wanted to be him. I really truly believe that. He coveted him. And it was a destiny swap, like, because you didn't get to have that. So you tried to relive that and create that in your child. And you created so much of trauma and hell for your child that look at the life that they live. Yeah, they had an amazing music career in the entertainment business. They achieved that before they left, but the trauma there, you know? And then Selena's dad, it's a known fact that he wanted to be, he was in a band and stuff like that. He wanted to have a music career, and he saw that in his kids. And it's like, if I'm not mistaken, Selena said that she wasn't a musician, or it wasn't like her first career. She wanted to do things like other things in life. And she was doing that with the fashion, because I believe that was really her first love. She might have loved music, but to love music is one thing versus to want to be an entertainer. I feel like there's a distinction between that too. So I feel like the destiny swap in that, like, this, just like something about him rubbed me the wrong way. I'm sorry. I don't know why, but it do. It does. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it at that. A lot of these kids don't even want to be celebrities. Like, their parents see something in them, and it's like, oh, well, I'm going to capitalize because I want to live through them. I want to live vicariously through my child. So I'm going to put them through this fucked up shit and all that. Well, it's okay. Just go in there and sit on their lap. You don't, it's okay. I like some of these parents, like the dance moms, not even the dance, well, some of them bitches, yes. But like the pageant moms, the John Benets, like, that type of stuff just rubs me the wrong way. Like, their parents, like something about it, like the mother, in particular, specifically, something about her mother, John Benet Ramsey's mother, that I don't trust. something about her. And I feel, and I should do a reading on that. I've been sitting on that too, because I go back to it every now and then. Like intuitively, I want to dive into it because I feel like her family has something to do with it. And for some reason, I feel like it could be connected to trafficking. Trafficking. Yeah. Yeah, the parents for the most part, if not almost always, like at least 90% of I feel like of celebrity children or when they were children, their parents are their biggest handlers and pimps, literally, because they're selfishly thinking about themselves and how they're gonna eat and how they're going to live comfortably. So they don't care who they hand their children off to. And some of them they already know what's up. They know the game. That's what I'm saying. Like some of these people already are connected to the industry. They have parents already in the industry, dads, moms, whoever that may work behind the scenes or work with these people. Like the girl, the woman when she was a young preteen that was around R. Kelly, her parents knew R. Kelly personally and worked with him, produced and stuff with him. The brother, I feel like I think is still in the industry, whatever. He's a musician. The father, if I'm not mistaken, was a producer, and her auntie was one of the singers that R. Kelly either managed or he just kind of was like one of his proteges or whatever. That girl, her family was connected already. So what does that tell you? That might not be everybody's story and case, but like that, as an example, like that can happen. The mom and dad doesn't necessarily have to be a celebrity themselves. They could be behind the scenes. They could work for the celebrities and things like that. Be the producers, be the agents or whatever. Literally agents. And if you love money so much, you love status so much, you don't care. That's why I said perversion is not just sexual perversion. Perversion can go into like it can manifest itself in multitudes. So if you're perverse and you're greedy and you love money, you'll do anything for it. You don't care about your kids. None of that. This is a game that not a lot of the industry is really not that big if you think about it. It's not. This isn't something I feel like anybody would want to partake in. Shout out to the parents of the industry that protect their children, that want them to live normal and healthy lives and not trying to exploit them and put them out there and pimp them out and all that shit. Because there are some that really do care about their well being of their children. And some of them have children just to make money. Y'all see them Instagram hoes? They will literally have a whole human being, bring a whole human being in existence just to live lavishly. That's the most demonic shit I've ever heard. The Black Dahlia. Oh yeah, that story is crazy as hell too. That story always freaked me out. That case. So weird. Yeah. But I'm gonna stop there. Because this industry shit ain't for the play, child. It is not for the play. Okay. Yeah, and them R. Kelly victims, the mothers and the fathers of some of them girls handed their children over. I don't care what like you don't take your child to an R. Kelly. I would never take my child to an R. Kelly concert. Like that's insanity. Like, bitch, are you crazy? Like, I don't care if I'm in the back row. I'm not bringing my child in the R. Like that doesn't make sense. Like the energy of R. Kelly, like he's for adults. At least we think, or we thought. Like you sitting here talking about sex in every song that you sing, Heart, or mostly like you got Step in the Name of Love and all that stuff, but most of his music is sexual. So to bring your preteen daughter to an R. Kelly concert and bring her up to meet him to get a record deal, bitch, you know what you're doing. It sounds like Aaliyah all over again. Like y'all know, but that man, like it's a known fact back then that he was out scoping chicks at McDonald's and at high schools. And you're gonna bring your 13-year-old daughter to a concert or to go meet him and work with him. You know what you're doing. You're pimping your child. So fuck them. Fuck them crocodile tears and all that. Forget it. I don't like Aaliyah's uncle either. Think he's a fucking devil. Don't like that man at all. He always rubbed me the wrong. Something about his energy always just was like, mm-mm, I do not. Devils. All right. Well, that's it, y'all. If you have any requests, y'all can leave it. I'm probably going to turn the comments off because I don't have time to combat with fools. It is what it is. Y'all don't like it. Y'all don't like it. Go somewhere else. Okay. Um, and yeah, like I said, take this as entertainment purposes only, or, um, alleged. And a lot of this is just of my theories as well, and just what I feel. It may not be completely accurate or correct. It is my opinion. So I'm gonna leave it at that, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this live reading. Thank you for joining. Okay, if you guys, and I do personal readings too, you guys, as well. So if you guys are interested in booking a personal reading with me, it is Walu Child Readings at waluchildreadings.ninja. Okay, so you can either book phone readings with me or audio recorded readings, whatever suits you best. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna leave the timestamps in the description. So when you watch this, you can just click on whatever reading you want to start with, or you can just completely watch the whole entire thing. I would greatly appreciate that. All right. So much love to you guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. You're welcome, sis. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, wherever you guys are in the world, and I will catch you guys in the next one.